Hi, hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. How are you today?
Yeah, I am fine. My name is Hariprasad Young from India, southern part. And how about you, please?
Hi, Harry. My name is David. I'm from Cape Town, South Africa, also the southern part of South of my country. But
Okay,
I'm living in Thailand. I've been an English teacher in Thailand for about 9 years now.
okay, very good. Thailand. Many people prefer Thailand.
Thailand or Vietnam, yeah.
Vietnam, yeah, you're
Yeah.
correct.
But it's because there's been a very big demand for English
Yeah,
teachers in this part of the world. So now you'll find many of the teachers are living here, and it's also
yeah.
it's a very good place to live and a very affordable place to live.
Affordable place. Okay, you like the place very much, I think so. Huh?
Yeah, yes, of course, of course. I've been living here for excuse me, I've been living here for 11 years. So
11 years. Your native place, please?
sorry,
Your native place?
South Africa, South Africa.
South Africa, Cape Town. Okay, fine. Okay.
Yeah.
And what made you to shift to Thailand?
Long story.
Long story. May I know about this?
Well, it started off with my ex-wife and I we wanted to immigrate out of South Africa because, well, South Africa wasn't so great anymore, and
Yeah.
we were looking for a better life for our children, for especially our daughters. So we were going to immigrate to Australia, as a matter of fact, because many South Africans have done that.
Okay.
But my wife and my ex-wife and I came to Thailand for a holiday
Oh, yeah.
to Phuket, Thailand, which is a tropical island in the southern part of Phuket.
Yeah.
And we liked the place. We met some friends. We came back a second. Came back a second time for a second holiday,
Yeah.
and the Thai friends who was met starting to tell us about how foreigners have moved to Thailand and how many foreigners are living in Thailand. So
Yeah.
we kind of shifted going to immigrate from immigrating to Australia to living in Thailand, and that's basically a long story.
Oh.
Making a long story short.
Okay, so you want to settle there in Thailand?
Well, I'm already settled. I now my wife and I, my ex-wife and I, have been divorced 3 years now. We got 3 4 years. We were married for 27 years, um, and now I'm living with my Thai fiance. We were going
Okay.
to get married in 2020, but of course, with the pandemic and everything, kind of spoiled our
Yeah.
plans.
Yeah, yeah. So
So
your final settlement is at Thailand.
sorry.
Your final settlement.
Yeah. I guess it will be Thailand. Yeah,
You're fine. Okay.
yeah.
How many children do you have?
With my ex-wife, I have three kids, two daughters
Okay.
and a son and two daughters. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
With my girlfriend now, my fiance, we're both we're well, that's noisy. we we both decided at our age we don't think it's a good idea to have children. Wow,
So
sorry.
it's all.
Let me just turn the
Yeah.
volume down. It's very noisy.
It's okay.
Okay.
Have reduced value to reduce. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Uh,
my girlfriend, my fiance, and I just decided. Well, I mean, I'm 53. She's 45. We just decided that at our age we don't
it's
think having a kid, another kid is
suitable age. No problem. 53,
yeah.
45 will definitely match. No problem. Go ahead.
Mm.
Be happy.
Yeah, but I mean, she has a son. She was married before as well. She has a son with her first husband.
Yeah.
Their son is living with us.
Okay.
And my kids are grown up and living on their own. My oldest daughter lives in France. My son and my younger daughter live in South Africa. They're both married. So yeah,
Okay. Fine.
yeah.
Okay. It's a refined story.
And how
Okay.
about you? I hear you have a lot of
Yeah.
kids or not?
Yeah.
I can
I
hear
have.
very noisy
Yeah.
kids.
About me and about my life, I have two grown-up children,
Hmm.
a son and a daughter.
Uh-huh.
My son works as software engineer in
Oh, okay.
Texas, Dallas.
Texas. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And daughter also studies pursue MS course in Texas.
Okay. So they're all kind of in Texas now. But you're in India, right?
I am in India only. Up to now, I didn't visit any foreign countries. Planning to visit
Oh,
USA
really?
after the end of the pandemic. I have visited visa to USA. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
So you've been to the USA.
No, no. I have to visit. I have to
Oh,
make
you have
plans.
to visit. Oh, sorry. I
I
thought you
have.
said you I have visited the USA. My apologies.
I have to visit.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I got visitors visa to USA. Due to pandemic, I'm unable to visit USA. Yeah,
Oh, okay, okay. So you
yeah.
said you're from the southern part of India. Which part of India would that be?
In southern India, state,
Uh,
Telangana state, and 140 kilometers away from the Hyderabad city.
oh, okay. I know where Hyderabad is. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, Warangal city. We
Yeah,
know
yeah, yeah.
140 kilometers away from the Hyderabad city.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
uh, yeah, please.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. So you say you have two, but I hear a lot of children in the background. Is that like neighbors' children, other family members? I just hear a lot of children.
Children about?
I can say I can hear the voices of many
Yeah,
children.
some disturbance is there. Yeah, it's an apartment, I am in a flat.
Ah, okay. So
That
so
is
it's
the
a part.
reason. Yeah, some
Ah,
disturbance is
okay,
there.
okay,
Yeah, it's okay,
okay,
no
okay. I
problem.
get it. I get it.
Mhm.
And you have kids. So you use you so you're obviously married. You're living with your wife.
Yeah, I'm living with my wife.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
That's good. And you didn't tell me. Are you working or are you retired?
yeah. I am a government employee and work as a senior electrical engineer with a
Okay.
power utility company.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
I myself, I'm actually before I was a teacher, I'm actually a civil engineer.
yeah.
But I don't like to say the word retired because I'm not specifically at the retirement age, but I'm kind of retired from the work I was doing.
Okay, that's fine.
Um,
Yeah,
and then I just decided, teaching English, it's an easy job, not too difficult.
yeah.
I make enough money to afford a nice life. So, and I've got some online stuff happening as well. I do they call something called affiliate marketing. So
Yeah, you are a free bird.
yeah,
There is no boss. You are the boss to you. You can do as you like. Whenever you want to work, you can work. Whenever you want to take
yeah,
rest, you
yeah,
can
yeah.
rest. You are full free.
Yeah.
You
And
can
this is
move
the nice
anywhere.
thing about teaching on Camly. Before I was
Uh,
teaching at the high school and at the university. I was
yeah.
teaching. Well, I wasn't teaching English at university because I'm not an English major, so I don't have a, degree in English. But what I was teaching at the university was exam preparation for IELTS and TOEFL exams. Of course,
Teaching experience is a great experience that
yeah,
we
yeah,
have.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Um, but this is much better than teaching. Well, teaching at the university was great, but it was
Yeah.
the teaching at the school, at the high school, that was a little bit. Um, I,
It is. I think it will be cumbersome.
yeah, it was just always having to getting up so early in the morning, and you're sitting in. And the problem is, we were getting contracts for government schools,
Yeah.
so the problem is you're in classrooms that are overcrowded. Because it's government schools,
Overcrowded.
overcrowded, small classrooms. Summertime was a killer. I mean, no air conditioning in the classrooms.
Oh,
You're sitting with
then it's
students that,
problem.
yeah, you're
Because
sitting with
this.
students where half of them are really not interested in school, so you're struggling to keep the students
Oh,
interested. So
teaching
yeah,
to students is a great task. One should have great patience. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, but it's difficult with with young people. Even though if they're not interested, they're not interested. You can try your
Okay.
best.
Okay.
Um,
Have you completed your civil engineering degree?
Well, I have a bachelor's degree only. I never did my master's, and the reason for that was I planned on doing my master's, but with a bachelor's degree, I landed a pretty good job, that was paying very well,
Okay.
and I ended up going well. If I already have the ideal job in engineering, I'm not going to do my master's degree. And I worked in that job for 12 years. So, and it was a good job, well paid job, like really well paid job.
May I know about the details of your job, earlier job? May I
The
know
de-
details of your earlier job?
Okay, the details of my earlier job as a civil engineer. Well,
Okay.
I didn't specifically work as a civil engineer. I
Okay.
worked in an offshore construction company,
Yeah.
and what we used to do was we used to install gas and oil platforms in the ocean.
Ocean.
Yeah,
Okay.
so we used to install the gas and oil, the gas and oil platforms where they
Yeah.
produce
Offshore.
oil.
You worked on offshore
Yeah, yeah,
and onshore.
offshore, offshore.
Offshore. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fine. Fine. Yeah.
yeah,
Very
yeah.
great experience. Working on offshore means very great experience. One should be very dare enough to work on offshore. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really like working onshore. Firstly, onshore, it's a
Uh-huh.
little bit boring and repetitious. And the other thing is working offshore, the salary margins are much higher.
Yeah, so risk factor is there, so one will get
Exactly,
a high salary.
exactly. So
I agree. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
and also time spent away from home because working
Mm-hmm.
offshore, I was spending like 2 months at sea and then
Uh-huh.
1 month at home. So it was also compensation for time away from your family.
Mhm.
And I did this
Yeah.
for about 12 years, but my kids kind of got me out of it. My daughters were
Mm-hmm.
complaining a little bit. One complaining, but they were like,
Yeah,
dad,
yeah.
well, they were like saying, like, dad, you're never at home,
Mm-hmm.
we miss you. You never here to be with us. And like, can you not stop this job and find an easier job? And,
Yeah.
just so you can stay with us. So I kind of thought about this for like 2 years. And then there was one day I said, okay, I'll give them their wish. I'll stay at home.
The place where you have worked earlier.
What's that? Sorry.
The place where you have worked earlier.
I worked for a company called Saipem.
Saipem, the area,
Uh,
location.
well, no, the location was everywhere.
Not
I worked on a
the,
ship that did offshore construction. So we worked everywhere in the world, depending on where we were
okay.
contracted.
The locations
Most
where the
most
locations
of
where
the
okay,
sorry,
the locations where you have worked earlier, I want to know.
like everywhere, like West Africa,
Mm-hmm.
Mediterranean, Gulf of
Okay.
Mexico,
Okay.
offshore, Brazil for Petrobras,
Okay.
Australia.
Fine.
So it was
Fine.
like all
Fine.
over. It depends. Most of the work we did was West Africa because West Africa,
West
that whole
Africa.
West African coast at the time
Mm-hmm.
was a pretty new gas and oil. Basically, it was a new
Less
industry, a new field. So
fuel
at
generation.
the
Okay.
time, there was a lot of work there, a lot of construction work there because all of
Oh,
these companies like Total from France and Chevron from America, they
okay.
were all, contracting us to install, to build and install
Mm-hmm.
platforms all along the coast and lay subsea pipelines under
Okay.
the ocean and
Okay.
stuff like that. So yeah, so
Okay.
a lot of the work was there, but like I say, we also did some work in the Mediterranean, mainly off the coast of Spain
Spain. Okay.
and then Gulf of Mexico. We did some work there,
Okay.
and Brazil, where we did some work for Petrobras,
Brazil.
and yeah,
Petrobras. Okay.
and as far as I know, the ship also, but I wasn't on board at the time. The ship
Mm-hmm.
also went to China or Vietnam, something like that, up in Asia. But I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh,
I wasn't on board at the time.
okay. You have roamed around the world, I think so.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, that was I was around the world, and um, people always were always impressed when they say me how many countries have I been to. It's like I
Yeah.
can name all of these countries, about 25 or 26
Yeah.
countries. And they're like, wow, you've been to so many
Yeah.
countries. But
It's
what they
great.
don't realize, at least 50% of those countries, I spend most of my time at the airport. I wasn't actually in the country. I
Airport.
was at the
Okay.
airport. I can only look at the city from a distance from the airport.
Yeah.
So
Just you have seen many international airports. Okay. It's
yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. I've seen many. I've seen more international airports than the actual country itself.
Actual
So
countries.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, you have landed on the different countries. That's great. Thank you.
Yeah,
Fine.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No problem, no problem. In any
Okay.
case, our time is almost finished, Ari. So it
Oh,
was nice to meet you, and
thank
I
you.
really enjoyed this conversation. It was a good
Yeah,
conversation.
thank you very much. I'm also very happy to have a talk with you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And well, what's the time now in India for you? It must be like 9:30 or 8:30.
8:30 exactly.
8:30, yes, because there's a 1.5 hour difference between India and Thailand. In
Thailand.
Thailand, it's now 10 p.m.
10 p.m. 1.5 hour ahead.
Yeah,
Okay, fine.
1.5 hours there. Yeah, yeah. India is one of the few countries that actually works on a half an hour. Every other country is like 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. And then India's like
Mhm.
1.5 hours. Like, what the hell doing with half an hour?
Half an hour. Okay.
Anyway, guys, it was nice to meet you. See you. Bye
Bye.
bye.
See you. Thank you. Thanks a lot.